It was a chilly evening when I returned home from work early. I had planned to surprise my wife, Jenna, with dinner and a movie night. I imagined her smiling at me, happy to see me, our usual quiet, warm evening. But as I approached our apartment building, I noticed the lights in the living room were on, later than usual. My heart skipped a beat. Something felt off. I quietly unlocked the door, expecting her to jump up with a cheerful greeting. Instead, I froze. Through the half-open door, I saw her. Not alone. A man I didn't recognize was there, sitting close, whispering in her ear. Their laughter was intimate, too close for comfort. I didn't react immediately. I didn't storm in. I didn't yell. My legs felt like stone as I stood there, absorbing the betrayal. For a long minute, I watched silently, my mind spinning. The woman I had trusted completely was betraying me before my eyes. Finally, I turned and walked away. I didn't say a word. I didn't make a scene. I just left the apartment quietly, leaving them in their bubble of deceit. That night, I drove aimlessly, trying to process what I had just witnessed. Every memory of our life together, our trips, our quiet mornings, our conversations, flashed before me. And with each memory, I felt the pain deepen. I didn't call her. I didn't confront her. I didn't return home. I stayed at a motel, lying on the bed, staring at the ceiling, asking myself how someone I loved could do this. By morning, I had made a decision. I couldn't stay. I couldn't pretend that nothing had happened. So I packed my belongings, left her a note, and walked away from the life I had built with her. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. I didn't contact her. I didn't answer her messages. She had chosen her path, and I chose mine. At first, I felt hollow. Losing her, losing the life we had built, was painful beyond words. But slowly, that pain turned into clarity. I realized I had saved myself from a life of lies, manipulation, and betrayal. A year passed. I had moved into a small apartment downtown, focusing on work, my friends, and rebuilding my sense of self. I started exercising, eating better, and slowly letting go of the bitterness that had threatened to consume me. Then one day, I received a message. My heart skipped a beat. It was from Jenna. I made a mistake, it said. I don't know how you moved on so easily, but I want you back. I stared at the screen, my stomach twisting. I had thought about this moment countless times, wondering if she would ever try to come back. I replied simply, I walked away for a reason. That reason hasn't changed. She called. I didn't answer. She sent emails, messages, even a friend tried to deliver a note. I ignored all of it. A few weeks later, I heard through mutual friends that she was devastated. She had realized the depth of what she had lost. Her new relationship had ended. She regretted her choices. But regret doesn't undo betrayal. It doesn't rebuild trust. It doesn't erase the pain caused by lies. I continued my life, slowly finding joy in small things. Morning runs, new hobbies, reconnecting with old friends, even traveling alone. Sometimes I still think about her, about what could have been if she had been faithful. But then I remember that night. The laughter, the whispers, the betrayal. And I feel nothing but resolve. A year later, Jenna came to me, face pale, eyes wide. I don't understand. You moved on so fast. How did you do it? I looked at her calmly. I didn't move on fast. I simply chose myself over someone who couldn't value me. Walking away was the only way I could survive. She broke down, pleading, crying, begging for another chance. But I remained firm. That night, she realized the consequences of her actions. And for the first time, she understood that some doors, once closed, never reopen. Walking away had been the hardest thing I ever did, but also the most liberating. I had reclaimed my life, my dignity, and my peace. And she learned, too late, that betrayal has consequences, and some wounds are beyond repair. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is walk away silently, letting the weight of truth do what confrontation never could. By walking away, I ended one chapter and began another, stronger, wiser, and finally free from a love that had turned toxic. Do you want me to do that version too?